Here we are then, guys. We're finally in League One. We're up there now with the big boys, with some very big clubs now in our league. We've made some pretty decent signings ready for our brand new campaign. Let's get this season started and see how we do. So guys, welcome back then to the Stones Rolling On Up, and now to episode 47 of our series. We are very quickly approaching that landmark 50 number. Cannot believe we are almost there already. It's been going so quickly with the save, and the fact that we're going to be approaching that number and we're already in League One is fantastic. Of course, if you missed last episode, guys, I would highly recommend going and watching it. There should be a link right above me, because we completed our League 2 campaign as champions of League 2, and we managed to even secure the record points total. So if you have missed that, a link right above me here for you to click on so you can take a look at that video. But of course, our new campaign in League 1 is about to begin, and we have made some brand new signings, and we've also made 1 or 2 sales ready for our new campaign. So I'll get straight into the brand new signings for the team. We haven't made that many, to be totally honest with you. If we go to our transfer history, you can see we've only brought in 5 players. We have actually extended a couple of our loans from last year, so it's probably actually about 7 players. But we have also shipped a couple of players out as well, and the window is still open, so there is still 1 or 2 players I am looking at, and there is still the possibility of 1 or 2 players moving out. There's still some interest for the likes of Cole Palmer and so on, who is still at the team currently, but we'll have to wait and see quite what happens with the rest of the window. In terms of what has happened though, I'll go through the sales and the free transfers so on first of all. First off was Stephen Kinsella, who has finally left the team. He's gone back to Ireland. He went to Derry City on a free transfer. That actually was arranged kind of before the end of last season, so that wasn't that big of an issue that happened. Next on the list though is Stefan O'Connor, one of our mainstays at the back for the past few seasons, and in the end we got a big bid from Blackpool of £250,000, and we could not turn that type of money down. So Stefan O'Connor has now gone to Blackpool. He was on quite a big wage. He was actually being paid more than what Blackpool were paying him. I think he was on about £2,500, because he had a promotion wage rise clause in his contract, and as a result his wages got risen up above what I was willing to pay him essentially. So I was quite pleased when Blackpool gave us an offer. So Stefan has gone. There is a player who I'm looking to bring in to replace him, but as of yet hasn't come in. Next on the list though is a man who is kind of in the hearts of all of us that have been either watching or involved in this series, that's for sure, in Jamie Thomas. He has finally gone. He is on loan, and he probably will not be coming back to the team. His contract expires at the end of the season, and you will see his wage of over £4,000 a week. He is by far our highest paid player at the club, and I could not afford to keep him here. I wanted to sell him. No one would come in with a bid because he was on too high wages. In the end, I offered him out on loan, and the only team that bid was Halifax Town, and they're paying about 60% of his wages, about £2,500. So at least it keeps him out and not as much of a drain on the wage bill. So that's all of the players gone. So far as I say, there is still the possibility of players leaving. At the moment, the window is still open for about another 3 weeks in game. Now, we've made quite a lot of signings, but a lot of these are actually youth players, so youngsters coming through. The first is Craig Thorpe, who I signed before the end of last season. Is a very young centre-back and can also cover at left-back. He's a very decent option, very good physically, very tall, so essentially may well become the eventual Mark McGuinness replacement. He's already rated at 2 stars at only 18, and he's in the first team and playing in the under-23 squad. Very decent youngster. I'm hoping he can improve. You can already see the arrows on the screen that he is already improving quite well. So Craig Thorpe there on a free transfer, only being paid £300 a week. A very decent backup player there, I think we can safely say. Next on the list is Dylan Munro from Tamworth. This was the only player we've actually paid a fee for of £3,000. Again, another youngster, but basically he's going to come in as Jamie Thomas's replacement. He's going to become essentially our 4th choice striker, and for £450 a week instead of £4,000 a week, we can safely say it's not a bad replacement. He is essentially as good as Jamie, really. If we compare him to Jamie Thomas, you'll notice that the icons here are pretty similar. In fact, in a lot of ways, Dylan is actually a better striker. Mentally, he isn't quite as good as Jamie, but he's obviously 8 years younger, so he's never going to be as good mentally. but his technicals are better other than his penalties. If he had better penalties, this average rating would actually be higher than what Jamie's is. So I think we safe to say that Dylan Monroe is a decent player to be coming in as our backup. Only 18 years of age, got a good bit of potential, £3,000. Easy job there with Dylan. Up next is Kirk Thompson, who is another young striker, another option for us up there. He probably isn't going to play, if I'm totally honest. He may well do if there's any injuries, but he's like 5th choice, and he's just come in with a good amount of potential on, again, £450 a week, decent backup player. I couldn't really turn this option down, to be honest. So that's Kirk Thompson, essentially 5th choice striker. The next one, which is now our new backup keeper. Julie Andrews is still at the team, but I wanted a better backup. And that is Heinz Ketchup. Of course, his name isn't actually Heinz Ketchup. His name is actually Carl Jakob Hein. He's a former Arsenal youngster trainee. He's an Estonian player. And he's a decent backup keeper. He's 21. He's on £500 a week. He is better than what Julie is. So as a backup, I feel a bit more comfortable than having Heinz Ketchup here coming in for the cup games and so on. So he's our new backup. Very cheap player. Very happy with this deal, essentially. The final deal that we have done is for Max Power. Now, I bought him in, firstly, to kind of become the new box-to-box Mazzala type midfielder, and also as a possible replacement for Cole Palmer. At the moment, my idea is to play Cole Palmer now in attacking midfield and drop Jan Dander. He is still at the team, but I would prefer to play Cole Palmer there. Of course, as I've already said, there's a lot of interest still in Palmer. There's already been 1 or 2 bids that I've rejected. So if he goes, then Max Power comes in as the natural replacement and Dander stays in the side. So Max Power is a very decent midfielder. He's very, very well-rounded for this level. Former Sunderland player, very good signing. He's a 30-year-old player. He's a very experienced player for our team, and we haven't got many of them. So getting Max Power is a very good idea, I do believe. As you can see, very well-rounded. And just gives us something a little bit different in midfield, to be totally honest. We haven't really got a box-to-box player other than the Belgian, so having Max Power in, I think, is a very good decision. That's essentially all the transfers so far. As I say, there's still possibilities of more action happening. We'll have to wait and see over the next few weeks. But in terms of the league and how we're predicted to do, we are expected in the season preview to be coming in 13th place. We're expected top half. Of course, when we get to the end of the transfer window, if we've made any more signings, so we might go up, we might go down. We'll have to wait and see. But the game is expecting us to finish in round about top half, mid-table. Of course, if we can do better than that, then fantastic. But this is our first season in League One, so I'm not expecting any miracles, that's for sure. We will, of course, have to see how we get on. We have a pretty difficult opening fixture today with us taking on Plymouth Argyle. They're rated roughly the same as we are. They're down there in 18th place at 30-1 for the league, so it could be a game that we can win. We are at home as well. So let's have a look at our tactics and see how we're going to be lining up. It's going to be the exact same formation as we're used to now for the past few seasons, and it's with a very, very strong first team squad. It's Lewis Ward in net with Lillian Brassiere, Buddy Joel and Lasana Abua. At the moment, they are going to be my first choice centre-backs. There is, as I say, one player I'm looking to bring in to become Stefan O'Connor's replacement, who will probably be taking over this right centre-back role should he come in. At right back, it's going to be Joel Senior, who is currently first choice until Zach Swanson is fully back from his injury, from his broken leg. He's nearly there. He's getting back. A few more weeks in rehab and he should be fit, hopefully. Sam McCallum is still at left back. We extended his loan. It's their Max Power in that right centre mid role with Canas at the left centre mid. He also extended his loan. It's then Cole Palmer in attacking midfield, Martin Gillespie and Ike Ugbo. Currently, Maddie Smith is injured, so that is why Canas is starting. And as I've already mentioned, Dander is on the bench because Cole Palmer is currently, anyway, going to be starting ahead of him. Of course, this is our first game of the season. The team could well change as we go, but let's get into this game against Plymouth and see how we do. So let's submit our side and see how we get on in our first game in League One. I'm very excited for this. I'm hoping we get off to a good start. I really am, because it's going to be a tough season. I obviously would love it if we could get another promotion, but I don't believe our team is strong enough to be doing that this season. I think we could well look consolidating and then going for it for next season. Of course, though, we are running out of time with FM20, so it's going to be tight, that's for sure. I'm going to say to the lads, come on, let's show us what we can do. And I'm going to say to the rest of them, I have faith in them. Obviously, if we can get a good performance today, that would be brilliant. But let's get this game started. We are at home. We're in the amber and black. Plymouth in their very much traditional green, the Green Army themselves. And here we go. Of course, we are no longer one of the big teams in the league. We are very much a mid-table side, as I've already said with the season preview. So hopefully we can get off to a good start here. Now, though, it looks like they've got the ball early on here, Plymouth. They've gone for a long ball up top, but Abua has won that nice and comfortably. Canas now on the ball, of course. It would normally be Maddie Smith, but he is not fit at the moment. Buddy Joel, stop faffing about. Please get rid of it. Okay, he's got very lucky there. We got very much... Could have been big trouble then if Buddy Joel hadn't got the ball then. But looks like we could be on a counter-attack now. Though. Gillespie with it here. Martin Gillespie, you're going to get into the box for Ugbo. He's kind of looped it in to Max Power, and he has hit it on his debut. Maximum power there in that shot. Get in there. Unfortunately, if he does score long shots, which he's known for doing, Max Power, we will be having some stupid jokes from me regarding the word power. But that was a very good early goal there from him. Max Power on his debut, bottom right, or top right actually, it was in top bins. Get in there. Brilliant start, 7 minutes in. Fantastic stuff. Very, very good. That was one reason why I was very much drawn to Max Power, is because I know he can hit a ball from range. And we've kind of lacked that last season. Matty Smith can hit him a little bit, but nowhere near as well as what someone like Max Power can. He has the trait for tries long shots, which is a big reason that it attracted me to him. And that was very, very close there for Plymouth. But with Powell now being in the side, it will give us that option to have a pop from range if we need to. We've got a corner here. Cole Palmer's ball in. Ugbo couldn't win the header, unfortunately. Buddy Joel should be getting this to recycle the ball, hopefully. It is possible, by the way, that Buddy Joel could be moving on now. He is wanted. I can't remember by who, though, at the moment. Hang on, Gillespie. Lovely back heel. Bit of a weird goal, but it's gone in. Martin Gillespie with a very lovely back heel, and Ugbo just slots it in that bottom right. It just took all the Plymouth defenders by surprise. It really did. They didn't really know how to react to it. And I wasn't expecting it at all. I thought he was going to shoot. Palmer puts a bit of a weird ball in, then Gillespie kind of just flicks it back, and Ugbo goes, yeah, thanks very much. But as I was saying, though, before that wonderful worked goal there, to be honest, Buddy Joel could well be moving on. I can't remember who he's wanted by, but there's a couple of clubs interested. And so if he does move on, I'll look to bring someone in. At the moment, we don't necessarily need to sell any more players because we've already moved Stephen O'Connor on, but we could do with the money because we're not a really rich club. And, oh, Max Power, what are you doing? Oh, what a debut. He scores and is sent off within 40 minutes of joining the... Oh, God, you idiot. Right, well, we have to change stuff up then. Maybe we just pull Palmer back. I think that's probably the best option. Yeah, we'll do that for the moment. I don't really know if we should take off one of the strikers. Maybe we will do. We'll get to half-time first and see. Hopefully we should still be winning at least 2-0. We are, so I am actually going to take off one of the strikers, I think. I'm going to say to the lads, don't get complacent. It's been a very good first half. Other than that, just stupidity from Max Power. So on his debut, scores, gets sent off. He's then going to be suspended probably for 3 games because no doubt he'll get given an extra amount of games that he's suspended for. But I'm going to bring on Jan Dander. We're going to take off Ugbo possibly. Yeah, we'll take off Ike Ugbo. Actually, no, we won't. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll take off Ugbo. I'm going to put Gillespie to a pressing forward. We'll go something like this, I reckon. I'm going to make Canas a bit more defensive and we'll just go balanced. And hopefully we can kind of just be comfortable, not get too overrun in midfield with this all going on. Oh, there's going to be a dangerous free kick here. Buddy Joel's giving it away in a very dangerous area. Plymouth with it here, and that's going straight in, yeah, 100%. Hit that very well. Lorenzo Gavioli, sounds Italian by the sounds of that name. Very good free kick. I'm going to say to them to demand more. Hopefully we aren't going to throw away a 2-0 lead. I do wonder if we go a little bit more defensive. It's a bit difficult to really decide what to do in this situation. Maybe we do. We haven't really got any defensive midfielders on the bench, though, to be honest with you. I mean, we can play a Bua there. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe... I don't know who to take off, though. What do we do? Let's take off Palmer. I'll put Dander a bit deeper in an advanced playmaker role. I'm going to take Palmer back, put Abua there, swap him over. We'll bring Sanderson on. We'll go something like this. Have him as an anchor man. I really don't know if we're going to be able to hold out here. I don't reckon we will. I think we got too long, to be honest. I think this could kind of come back and bite us. I think it's going to be too much pressure, but I do not know what to do. We're getting towards the 80th. And now I don't know. I don't know what we do. Do we make any changes? Oh, there's a highlight. Brassier with a free kick. Canas with it now. Abua on it. To Dander. Back to Canas. Come on. Come on, son. Right. Abua now. Dander. Oh, hang on. Joel Senior in a bit of space. What's he going to do with it? He's put it across to McCallum. He's not... Oh, hang on. What a goal, Sam McCallum. What a finish, son. Completely out of nothing. He had no right to go for goal there, but he's hit it and he has scored. Fantastic. I'm going to put both the fullbacks on a defensive duty now. I want us to just hold out and hopefully just see the game out now. We've got 5 minutes plus stoppage time to just not concede 2 goals. If we can win this with 10 men for almost over half the game, then that is going to be a fantastic performance from the lads on our League One debut, that is for sure. Come on, guys. Let's not throw this away, please. The highlight is still going on. I don't know if it's a proper highlight or not. Buddy Joel's headed it clear. He's done well. Canis has booted it. That's fine. That should be the end of the highlight. It is. Right. I'm going to go very defensive. Oh, no. There's a highlight. Right. We're dropping the line deeper. I don't care. We're going to do all of this stuff here and we're going to slow the pace down. Something like this. Oh, goodness me. We're literally into the 89th minute. Going to soon be the 90th. And there's a highlight. That's a poor ball. Unnecessarily risky pass there from McCallum. And it's going to be a Plymouth chance. They're going to get a chance here. Oh, it's a goal. Oh, God. Oh, no. We're going into 90 plus stoppage time. And it's only a 1 goal difference now. I'm going to say to the lads, demand more. There's 4 minutes added time. I don't know if we're going to do this. Hang on. It's going all the way through. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. Come on. That's brilliant. Get in the dressing room. Good win, boys. Well done. Come on. Fantastic opening day at the Gallagher in League One. Just about managed it, but we did the job there over Plymouth. Flipping heck. That was very much squeaky bum time there at the final whistle. That's for sure. Flipping heck, there's been some manic games in the league, that's for sure. There's been a 6-5 with Sunderland against Blackpool, a 5-2 with Wigan and Oxford, a 6-2 Middlesbrough and Rotherham. What the hell happened on that opening day? Some insane games there, that's for sure. Let's take a look at our schedule though, and we'll see what we're going to come back for. Obviously, I have said in the previous episode when we won the league that I am going to look to kind of go through this pretty quickly. So what I reckon we will do is we'll go through the entirety now of August and we'll come back roughly in the middle of September. We've got some pretty tough games there in the middle with Wigan and Blackpool. So I think what we'll come back for next episode is Wigan at home and Blackpool in the league. And if we make any more signings or any sales, we can then go through them in next episode. So that's what we'll be doing next time around. So then guys, that just about wraps up today's episode. Some decent signings for the lads already with the likes of Max Power joining the squad, and of course there's still the opportunity to sign some more players with the window being open for a few more weeks in game. But of course we may still see some departures as well. Cole Palmer and Buddy Joel, to name just a few, are still linked with other clubs, and so it could be a difficult rest of the window. But regardless, we've had a very good start there with that opening day win at home to Plymouth. Of course, it's going to be a difficult season. Being only ranked as a mid-table side, we're going to probably win a few, drop a few points here and there as well. But we'll have to see if we can perform as well as we need to. Of course, it's going to be a bigger distance between when we come back for next episode. We're going to come back now in the middle of September, as I've already just said, for those tough games with Wigan and Blackpool. But they should be some entertaining games, that's for sure, against likely promotion contenders in those sides. Regardless though guys, if you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do chuck a like on it. It really does help the channel out. And also guys, let me know down in the comment section below, do you think the players we brought in are good enough for this team? Do you also think that it was the right decision to get rid of the likes of Stephen O'Connor and of course the main man Jamie Thomas? And do you think we should look to move anyone else out of the squad? Finally guys, if you are looking forward to seeing any more of my content, whether that be the Stones Rolling On Up or any more of my experiments, as well as the upcoming FM21 content over the next few weeks, then do make sure to subscribe to LS Plays FM and keep up to date with all of my content here on YouTube. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you again next time.